Welcome back to Warlocks. Today we are at the day 1759. We are going to a pivotal battle between the Frenchians and the English, but not in their own territory, not in their homelands. No, they have empires that can rise and fall with this very battle. The day is 1759, and we are in snowy northern English territory, but not in their own homeland, in their empire. The Frenchians and English forged empires across Minecraft, judging from their homelands, and they're the most powerful in the world. This is the Battle of Quebec, a pivotal battle in the 7 Years' War. This battle was fought on a plateau by the English army, the English navy, against the French army, just outside the walls of the city of Quebec. The battle involved less than 10,000 soldiers, but proved to be a deciding moment in this conflict between Francia and England. The English had just over 4,000 regular and colonial troops. The Frenchians had about 3,000 regular and colonial militia and indigenous troops fighting for them. On one side we have England, ruled by Georgiania II, preceded his father Georgiania I. In day 1727, was the head of the Hanover House and restarted hostilities with Spain. On the other side, the Frenchians, ruled by the King Louis XV, who had been King of France since the day 1710, handled several overthrown plots, and was the head of the Bourbonia House. These two men were bitter rivals on the international stage, each trying to get more and more land for themselves and the glory of their country. This is the Banner of Bourbon. And this is the royal standard of the Hanovers whilst ruling England. This battle was brutal. Many died and were captured or wounded, but it led to England capturing the city of Quebec from Frenchian territory. The English forces were commanded by a Major General named Wolfe, and was stationed outside the city. The Francian forces were composed of regular troops as well as militia and First Nation allies, who were poorly armed with rifles with no bayonets on the end. The plateau that the Frenchians were on was undefended. Save for a single camp, as the Frenchians were ordered to relocate east of the city not long before the English landing. Immediately, the defenders, who had been more in numbers, were unable to deploy or even push back the English troops. Many of the Frenchians were now killed or injured and had to be taken to field hospitals. The English had to climb up their battle and fight their way up against the Frenchians, and it was a long fight and hard for them. The first engagement was about 13,000 troops of militia, along with artillery and cavalry. But these troops, many of them did not participate and fled back to the city. Due to there being most of the troops being used to guerrilla warfare, not the regular force of the English army. By the next morning, Wolfe's army had formed a line with their backs on a river across the plain, and approximately just over 3,000 of them formed into a horseshoe formation across the width of the plain, roughly a kilometre long. Battalions were facing north to cover the left flank, and 2 formed reserve to cover the entire plain. They then charged at the Frenchians, defeating them with haste, and then leading to the capture of the city. In total, 200 Frenchians were killed, 600 wounded, 300 captured, as opposed to 58 English killed and 600 wounded. This was a turning point in what would become the first global war, the 7 Years' War. Next on War Blocks we go to the day 1780. In a small island, a massive naval battle between the Frenchians and the English empires.